Hey there guys, what's going on and welcome back to the Ultimate RTG. We're back again. Last 10 games of FUT Champs coming up with an interesting finish. So if you wouldn't mind showing your appreciation and hitting that thumbs up, it literally takes 2 seconds. And if you're on mobile, maybe even quicker, depending on your hand speed. I don't know. And if you want to subscribe as well, go on, hit a subscribe button, that'd be great. But we're starting off with our squad battle rewards. No wonder I don't play. Didn't get anything. 10,000 coins from gold 3. Well, realistically speaking, I would only ever play squad battles if it's objective dependent, and this time around we had to play because of icon swaps. Other than that, you're not going to see me there. But I wanted to move away from our squad battle rewards to this man, Jonathan Dos Santos Moments, and his card looks absolutely fantastic. How do you get him into a team? You don't. You can't get chemistry, not with any like playable cards in the weekend league, unless we're going to link him with Foot Freeze Dam. That's a 74 rated silver. So I was wondering, like, do you want to see him in action? And I can't promise you that he'll get into my weekend league side for now, but in the future, when we bring in a few more icons or maybe some really nice juiced up Mexican players that EA bring out in certain promos, because he resembles a lot of what Wijnaldum's offering. Bit of pace in the midfield. Well, he has so much more pace than Wijnaldum, but the shooting, the passing, dribbling, the stamina, 4-star, high work rates outside of the foot. The list just goes on and on and on, and he's not even that expensive. But the teams I had available is like I would have to go on the market and spend extra coins, and I'd rather maybe try tonight to grind the 80 plus player picks or 81 double. So yeah, instead of doing that, maybe grind towards him, but he looks like a really cool card. And if you guys have done him already, drop it in the comment section, let me know how he's playing, and if you think that I would get on with the card. But looking at the last 10 games of FUT Champions, we resume our run, 17-3, okay? And the first game, I'm always honest with you boys. If I came up against a better player that took his chances, I would have lost. And you know why? Because I didn't warm up. Remember when you were at school, or maybe you guys still are, and they'd say, go and do laps, go and warm up. And you're like, oh, I can't bother, I just want to play some football. Well, if you don't, you're going to get injured. And if you don't warm up on this game, you're going to take a loss. But in our case, we didn't, because he was bad. He couldn't take his chances. We got let off. But as the game went on, we started to warm up, scoring some nice goals. And that's one thing I want to speak about right now. Although some of these clips, you're going to think, all right, damn, that was a nice bit of play. I tend to score some nice goals, but then I also don't get the meta overpowered ones where you come up against an opponent and all they're thinking about doing, run down the line, maybe take on the first man, RBX across your box, bang, it's a goal. And that's what I want to start improving on. Getting the extra couple of like, not cheese goals, but just direct and abuse the mechanics. And that will allow us to control a lot more of these games. Because I was in 1 or 2 matches specifically, and I was losing the game, like 2-1 or 3-2, whatever it was, the scoreline, and I got into an advanced position, and I started to do step overs, drag backs, and another one, whereas when I look at those clips back, I can actually see the openings where I should have taken a shot, but in game, I don't see it. And that's where I really want to improve with my ability. As well as in the midfield, in the defense in these games, what I'm seeing is I'm pulling my players up way too much. And I don't know, I get a little bit too excited. And we spoke about that in yesterday's episode. Not really sure why that is the case, but I take control way too much with my defenders. And that's a little bit of a problem. But what I wanted to also go over is Virgil Van Dyke, all right? So I have been really singing his praise for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks, ever since we really packed him, and I still stick by. He's a very good defender on the game. When he's standing there, he's a beast. But a few of these goals that I've conceded is Virgil Van Dyke in front of my opponent inside the box, and he's cut inside, and I'm trying to like jockey, and really with my defensive style is I do like to like bait and pretend that I'm going to go one way and then use the agile dribbling to snap back and defend. And with Virgil, like when you commit, you commit. And he's very, very hard to then readjust. So I was thinking for next week's weekend league side, we've got a decent amount of coins behind us. We've got our FUT Champ rewards as well to come. And I can trade as well during the week. And there's another trading opportunity that's come up now, which is sweet. But I was thinking I have 2 players that I'm looking at, all right? Realistic value. The first one is the 88 version of Rio, and you might say, well, Fuji, why don't you go for the base version? Because you look at Virgil's stats, the defensive awareness, the interceptions are seriously high, and then you go and look at Rio Ferdinand, and it's not to say Rio won't play well in game, but his actual stats are super low. And what he's providing is just mad pace and mad agility, whereas I want to find a little bit of a balance. And if I look at Rio's 88 version, he has basically the same pace, which isn't really the issue. Virgil ain't that slow. Like, he can track back and get behind the play. So that's why I would like to maybe bring in a Rio that has similar pace, better agility on the ball, you'd hope so, or off the ball, and then you've got really, really good defensive stats. Another player is Carlos Alberto, and his baby version centre-back looks very nice. Mad agility, good vision as well on the defender, which may come in handy. 4-star weak foot, insane pace, physical, defensive stats, but he's a little bit smaller than Rio. So those are the two main cards I was looking at, and maybe Prime Desai or Prime Rio if I had even more coins, but that's not going to be a case. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford that anytime soon. But the decision making is definitely something that we need to improve on. I think that that's what's going to propel ourselves to the next ranks. But I did say last weekend that what I wanted to do was improve on my FUT Champs result. And it's hard to understand whether you've actually improved if you're just looking at the results specifically, because you could have got, well, this weekend, it could have been one of those mad runs where everything that's gone against you, you got super unlucky and you finish in Elite 3, but you have played better. And being honest with myself, 4-4-2 has taken my game to a new level. The side itself, like, I was reading through the comments and some of you were suggesting maybe one of the reasons why you are playing better is because you're a team. And that's why, don't be scared to change up. I would like to actually take more opinions on board, because some of you were saying like, look, Fuji, if you change up your team, it will do more good than bad. Because you're so set on like Carl Walker, you're set on using this player, that player, just switch up your team a little bit and you'd be surprised. And bringing in this Kleiber, Robin that I wasn't even going to do, using someone that is different like Virgil in the defense, it has allowed us to finish in some incredible ranks. And with this weekendly run, I'll just announce now, we finished on Elite 2. And that is a definite improvement from last week. Now, although it's like only two extra wins, but it's not just the 2 extra wins. It's a lot of these other games where they are super, super close. Unfortunately, I did lose the games against like the elite players, which is upsetting. But it's where decision making and a little bit better defensively will help us get those results. So 26, I think, in all fairness, 26 wins would have been a fair weekendly run. That would have reflected some of the unlucky results and also the lucky ones. 26 wins, which is actually a very, very good effort. We're close, boys. We're getting closer and closer. And I'm not giving up until we definitely finish on 27 wins this year. And I also want to get top 200. And I was looking at some of the pros and at where they've finished. They've got 27. They were literally finished 27 wins. So if we're finishing on 25, and I really do believe that we could have got 26, we're in touching distance right now. So that's why small margins. And in one of the games specifically, I don't know what was going on, right? Because I had some insane gameplay, really. Saturday and Sunday, I've been blessed. My connection was unbelievable. In these games, I had 3 chances, one with Mbappe, one with Neymar, actually, sorry, 2 with Neymar, and every single shot in that game was an underpowered finish. And I was thinking, no, this can't be. In a game that feels great, and I had 3 underpowered shots, and I had a chance to win the game before extra time with Neymar, and it comes off the post, I was like, And I don't want to call like DD or anything like that, because when the game's good and you're in control, there is a skill gap. There is a bit of a skill gap and you can get results. But in a game where it felt good and I was having underpowered shots consistently, I don't know if it was something I was doing wrong or if it was just the game bugging out. But that was upsetting because I felt like we could have taken that result. But then another game, you weigh it up and I had Iron Robin. You would have seen it already, most likely. a chip with his weaker foot outside the box in the 89th minute. Go on, Robin. But no, so sick. I love him. I really, really, truly love him. So the best players this weekend, no question in my mind, Wijnaldum. And I was actually going to question, like, would I play better with a bigger midfield? Like, Kante, 100% definite. I think with how he plays on FIFA 21, it's too important to get rid of him. But alongside the guy, do I need height? Because they're both like 5'9", and maybe I'd notice getting a few more interceptions in if I bring in that Hullet type style. Obviously, if I'm going for a bigger build, I still want them to feel like quite nice on the ball. Maybe similar to like a Zidane. Obviously, we don't have the coins right now, but those are the kind of players I'm thinking that would maybe increase my level and improve my gameplay. But that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys will think otherwise. But in the defense, I do want to make changes, get rid of Virgil Van Dyke for next week. Kaka actually played quite well. I'm going to give him some respect. Kaka left mid is absolutely fine. Don't really need to change him. But depending on like what we pull and how many coins we can make. But Wijnaldum, yeah, I don't know. Because Wijnaldum played so well and he was getting super clutch goals. The high tie work rates are just perfect for him in this formation. But will I play better with a bigger centre mid? Will that help me defensively and maybe even going forward? I don't know. But Robin, Kleiber, Acuna, Neymar and Mbappe out top, obviously. This is, no question in my mind, the best FUT Champs team we have had so far on FIFA 21 RTG. And if you want to know my custom tactics and stuff, we're going to have a look at those now. But 25 wins. We're back, but not quite there. But we are back, boys. I felt on form. We played the best FIFA. And that's a really, really good effort and a good result. 25 wins is solid in the weekend league, considering like just how close every game is these days. So I'm very happy with that. But let's go back to the club and I'll show you my tactics and all that good stuff. So there it is, Elite 2. And it's good, but it's not good enough. And I know some of you be like, well, what's the problem? You got 100,000 coins, you got the premium team elite pack. This is a bonus to help the journey. We never specifically played for the rewards themselves. We're all about the rank, Elite 1, top 200, and we need 27 or 28 wins. And the good thing is though, there is room for improvement. In the attack, being a little bit more direct, midfield pressure, defensively not losing shape and just defending like an idiot. If we can fine tune that, we will be back to Elite 1. And I was looking at the FIFA 17 and 18 RTG, when we used to finish Elite 1 consistently, we were never top 100 weekly players. We just had the extra couple of wins in Elite 1 that would push us into top 100 monthly. So my rank on the game has always been Elite 1. So if I can get back to that, I think we're back to our best. And some of the goals we were scoring this weekend were pretty damn good. And I know a lot of you in the comment section are like, oh, Fuji is upset that he gets 1 loss in the first 10 when I'm over here getting 3. But it's all relative. And it's how I treat the game. And I want to do better. I always want to improve. And I won't stop until we get back to Elite 1 and our ability and just where we were on the game. So 4-4-2, a successful switch up this week. Definitely got a lot more out of my game. And everyone's been asking for my custom tactics. So here you go. 4-4-2-2, so the CDM variant. The width is on 4. That's my rule for most formations on the game. You can still defend the wing, but it keeps you a little bit more compact in the middle. The depth on 5. But I swear to you, I was having to increase this to 7 in some games and also press on heavy touch or possession loss because my team was sitting so far back, inviting pressure. But the standard is 5 that I use in all games or most of the games. And then the width is on 6 just to help you down the line a little bit more. So you can just play those passes from your left back and right back to your wingers. And then players inside the box, 6 or 5, depending on how the game's going. And the instructions, now with Mbappe, I do have getting behind, but because his AI awareness is so good, I think playing balance with these two would be fine. But it's just to get those attacks, like give you an extra spark. Like Mbappe will always be on the move, so I play super direct. I try to anyway. So Mbappe on getting behind, Neymar on balance. The left mid and right mid, so Kaka, get into the box for crosses, and this one here, get into the box for crosses. It's just so when I am, let's say, in a right attacking midfield position, and I want to just feed the ball across and have that outlet where your players are overlapping from left mid and right mid, I just feel like they get into those areas a lot and it's just an easy shot across goal. That's just my personal take on it. Cover center for Wijnaldum, cover center and stay back for Kante, and then stay back for the fullbacks. Go and try it. See what you do with that, boys. But this was the best team that I had so far on the RTG. 45 games, 54 goals, 31 assists for Neymar. Kaka did a good job actually as a left mid. I think he's actually superb at times. So I do rate Kaka. Robin didn't do a bad job at all. That's a good record for a right mid in a 4-4-2. And then Mbappe, the destroyer. Yeah, unbelievable. Mbappe is so good. But thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Team out. Peace.